Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. Um, as you can see from the title, we are going to be talking about, excuse me, I mean, that right there. Not burping, but what you have been feeding yourself. You are what you eat. And I find it so interesting for numerous reasons. For one, I feel like this has been weighing on me. Uh, no pun or all pun. Lord, God help me. I am doing all the wrong things. Ay, ay, ay. A bumblefy. Okay, I think I'm back up now. So, my stomach is starting to hurt. Let's make this quick. All right. For when I was supposed to do this video like 2 years ago. And I'll be honest, this video, I'm going to be completely transparent and you're going to witness disobedience, obedience, all in the same video. And I hope this doesn't go long, but Lord, I trust you. Oh, God, I trust you. You know me, God. You know. You know. Yes, I look like the Joker. And that's okay. When I come back on another video, I'm going to look different too. But anyways, that's besides the point. Is that a thing coming out? Totally forgot what I was just about to say because I'm over here going on tangents already. Anyways, back to all seriousness. I was supposed to. Okay, so for the irony is, you are what you eat, and I just joined you guys from eating some crap I'm not even supposed to be eating because I'm on a strict diet. And when I tell you strict, they might as well just tell me to drink water. And okay, I will drink water. But why are y'all telling me to eat this stuff? But anyways, strict diet. And I just, because I don't have, for one, I have to cook the stuff that I have to eat fresh. And it's not time for dinner time. I don't have any snacks I can eat anymore because, and I'm not pulling cards, I'm just shuffling. I have to do something with my hands. Sorry. But I don't have any snacks. Tidy up. Yeah, that's what I need to do. Finish doing. Excuse me. So nasty. I don't have any snacks that I can eat anymore. When I went to the store to get snacks that I could eat, they didn't have any. So I just grabbed the first thing I saw, and it was a little bag of Cool Ranch Doritos that contains all of the I can't eat, and I'm also allergic to corn products. So a bit of transparency. I am coming to you, giving you a word, but I'm giving it to you in honesty and transparency and full admittance that I am not at the place that I need to be. And more so, this video is coming on the heels of me. Okay, like I said, I feel like God had me or wanted me to do this because I didn't do it, had me to do. I didn't do it. I chose free will. Simply because a couple years ago, I was in a place where I felt I was doing better in eating health habits. And when I felt like he was calling me to do this video, I straight up told him, yeah, I'm not qualified to talk about you are what you eat. And I ain't even fully healed myself. I ain't fully eating all the right things I need to eat. I'm still eating pork here and there. I'm still eating beef here and there. I'm still doing this. I'm still like, I'm not drinking water all day, every day. I'm still drinking coffee. I'm still smoking. Like, I gave him all the reasons why I couldn't do something and why I wasn't qualified when he didn't ask for that, right? He already qualified me. He didn't say, Kristen, are you doing this? Are you still eating pork? His ass seen me eating daggone ribs. He seen me eating daggone New York strips. He seen me with the brisket. He seen me on the grill. He seen me at the restaurants. He seen me when I ordered pizza. He seen me in Starbucks line, Dunkin' Donuts line. Like, this was not a conversation that I needed to have, but you know, as humans, we think we need to have these conversations with God. God, but okay, Moses, do it while you stutter. I don't care that you stutter. You care that you stutter. Do it while you stutter. Yeah, I cared that I stuttered, right? So I wasn't trying to stutter and spit on other people. I was afraid that I would tell people the wrong information or the wrong things would come out of my mouth, even though I always go into this giving God full authority. Full authority. Speak through me. I don't want my words to come out. I don't want my opinions to come out. And when they do, I let you know that it is my opinion. So I was disobedient. And I put out other videos. I put out other content that I was not supposed to put out. Maybe at that time, because I was supposed to put out what he told me to put out first. And then I probably could have released the rest of the stuff that came flooding through. But I disqualified myself. And in turn, I was disobedient. And you don't get rewarded for disobedience. And a lot of the times, people don't understand that God, he does not disqualify you. But when you disqualify yourself, he says, okay. And he moves on to other people, other places, other things. And I'm pretty sure 2 years ago, he gave somebody the same information that he gave me. And I'm pretty sure the information that I have right now is not even going to be the same information that I would have had back then. And that's a good and a bad thing because I have grew over the years. I have a little bit more knowledge, wisdom, insight. But also, there were people that I was supposed to speak to, touch, infiltrate in some type of way, and I use that word loosely because that word, it sounds so ugh. But I was supposed to touch them in some type of way, whatever they were supposed to get out, even if it was just one sentence, 60 seconds, 10 seconds of the video. There was something that I was supposed to say that people were supposed to get 2 years ago that I did not do because I was disobedient. And just like I just ate them Doritos and now I can't stop burping because I was disobedient to a higher authority than me who told me, lay off, don't do this, don't eat this, don't do garlic, don't do onions, don't do peppers, don't do anything spicy, don't do this, don't do. And yet I go and grab some processed food, stuff that I rarely don't even eat. But because I mentally feel like I am stuck or hindered, even though, to be honest, I rarely eat. If I do eat, I eat once a day. And I usually eat a whole lot of vegetables and grains. And so now when somebody tells you to do something, tells me to do something that I normally do, it's now harder to do because it's a sense of authority. And I do know I have an authority problem, but I'm working on that. And it's not that I didn't, of course, like I said, I was starving, and it's because I've changed more how I've been maneuvering. It just feels like I'm always hungry, y'all. I could eat a bag of grapes, bucket of strawberries, blueberries, raspberries, blackberries, and I'm still starving. Like, y'all. At this point, and I done did so many parasite cleanses, but I promise at this point, I still think it's a parasite. Because why am I so hungry? Anyways, that was a tangent, and I'm sorry, but it goes with what we're talking about today. You are what you eat. And this goes beyond food. And this is the original intent of this video that I was supposed to do. It's beyond what you eat. Yes. Yes. It starts with it starts with however you choose to start it. So it can start with what you're putting in your body. It can start with what you're putting in your mind. Your eyes goes to your mind. Your ears goes to your heart, your soul. And it can lead to other things. So you may not have a problem with what you're feeding yourself when it comes to what's on your plate, what you use a fork, knife, and spoon for. You might eat all the proper ratios for your blood type, your body type, your ethnicity, your gender, your age. It's so many factors. You may eat perfectly, right? Perfectly. You may eat perfectly. Have no issues that you know of with your health. But what you're watching on TV, on social media, in your everyday life, what you're listening to, the music, the conversations, your internal thoughts, the external opinions of others, you're feeding yourself. You don't just feed yourself through your mouth. You are feeding yourself through all of your senses, even your nose. What you're smelling. What you smells can be triggers. Triggers lead to other things. We have to be mindful of what we're feeding ourselves. Like I said, I felt unqualified to give y'all this message 2-3 years ago. I still feel unqualified to give y'all this message right now. Why? Because I look in the mirror and I look at my face, and I've tried so many things. I've been on herbs. I've been listening to God. I've been water. I've been eating healthy. I've been trying to keep pork and beef out my diet over the past 2 years. I don't really eat fast food. I don't really eat a lot of fried food. I eat a lot of vegetables, a lot of whole grains, a lot of ancient grains, a lot of not no soy products, none of the extra stuff. I don't eat bottom barrel food, and what I mean by that is like the Grubhubbers, the Grubhubbers. What the fuck is that? Shrimp and scallops and pig and a whole lot of things that I feel like unclean. I don't eat any of that, or at least I tried not to. And now I'm in a place where some of that stuff I have to eat for this diet. And then a lot of the stuff that I did eat, a lot of the vegetables, a lot of the fruits, a lot of the herbs, I cannot take anymore. What? All the stuff that I thought was healthy, that essentially it could be healthy to other people, because there's nothing wrong with turmeric, ginger, garlic, onion. There's like, those are some healthy vegetables and herbs to cleanse your body and restore you and boost your immune system. Dandelion root, chamomile, calendula, burdock, yellow dock, nettle, moringa, like all of these things that I've been taking, rose hips, over the years, I can no longer do. Things that I did see some progression. Oh, it wasn't, everything takes time. And we're talking about nature trying to help something that was caused by things that were unnatural, like the environment, the food that is poisoned, um, the environment that is poison, the things that I do to myself, like having all these different hair colors that I like to have, regardless of if it's semi, demi, it doesn't really matter. It's still chemicals, it's still toxins, it's still bull, right? So that's a factor. It's so many factors around you that you might not even think of that can affect your health, your body. Phones, electronics, or microwaves, radio waves, like so much stuff. Excuse me. Not to mention the dyes and the foods and all of that extra stuff. Not to mention the medications they give you when you get sick or you have something wrong with you, that essentially makes something else wrong with you, where they then have to give you more medication that's going to make something else wrong with you, and they got to give you more medication. Essentially, they're not that's another conversation. But anyways, these people are not here to cure you or help you. They're here to help themselves, to cure their own poverty, and to essentially keep you in a cycle of sickness, to keep the cycle going so they can, big pharma gets those funds, right? Hence my condition. I got really sick from stress, stress from so much bull crap that has been going on in my life over the years, and not talking about it, not dealing with it, not having people I can vent to, trust, because those same people that I thought I could vent to and trust turned around and used my pain, my issues, whatever, try to turn around against me, use it to hurt me. They turned around and hurt me, use it as their blueprint to fuck me over, right? So dealing with all of that caused me to get in a place where I believe my throat chakra was blocked, because I was not speaking up. I was not standing up for myself. I wasn't telling people they were wrong. I wasn't telling other people that people were wrong, and I wasn't telling those people that knew they were wrong. And that's where I went wrong. And in turn, I caused myself to go into a thyroid storm, where I went to sleep one day because I had a real bad migraine, and I usually get those when I am so stressed out. They started when I was in Atlanta, when I was dealing with the guy that has the most history of traumatic experiences, is why I use him a lot. I do have other experiences that I will bring up, but it just so happens a lot was encompassed with this person and this individual or this situation during this time frame in my life. So, anyways, I started having migraines. Um, Airplane flying past. I forget what it's called, like aura migraines or something, but it essentially would make it seem like I'm having a stroke, make me feel like I was having a stroke. So all of this would just drop. Like, I can't make my face do it. But all of it would drop. And I would be essentially immobile. I couldn't walk. I couldn't talk. I couldn't feel. I couldn't do anything. I went through so much stress, unresolved stress, untalked about stress, because at the time my body was going through so much stress, um, from miscarriages, an abortion, um, STDs, hell, STDs. So we're talking about the actual diseases, chlamydia, gonorrhea, trick, to daggone HPV, to sexually transmitted demons, which also another STD, spiritually transmitted demons, and another STD, spiritually transmitted diseases, which became fear, anxiety, stirred up abandonment issues and trauma from that I had as a child, right? From the lack of parentage, or always feeling left out, being left, having they family coming to get my brother and leave me behind. Always need excuses as to why Kristen wasn't always involved, right? So that stirred up the shit I was going through with this individual, triggered shit that because I was feeding myself with this individual and his energy and everything that he was intaking and feeding on, I was feeding off of when we exchanged energy. And in turn, that triggered childhood traumas and new symptoms, um, much like a adverse reaction, allergic reaction, a food aversion, and yeah, it what's the word I'm looking for? I don't know. I don't know. I went blank. But let's go back. Anyways, because I don't even know what I was about to say now. But all of that compiled with drama between friends, females. So, had a friend, and once again, I do this because I'm saying it loosely, because at the time I knew I shouldn't have been friends with this person, but I wanted I guess I wanted to feel like, I did everything I could as the good person. And I also wanted to see if they were who they claimed they were to be. And I do allow people to prove themselves. Prove who you are. If you say you're somebody, okay, I'll give you an opportunity to show me who you are. And then when I find out who you are, then that's who you are. So, anyways, that's the kind of situation it was. I was in a place where I'm like, okay, well, I don't want to be that person and think this person is just really that person. So let me be friends with this person. Let's see how this works out. Let's see if they're really this type of person. And for a while, they did not seem to be that type of person. Um, and then something changed. And, it was some bull in between that and then the end of the friendship. Is that a spider web coming down? And then the end of the friendship, when, yeah, she decided to call me one day. We have a conversation, and it just felt like this is not the full truth. This is, I mean, okay, but this doesn't sound like you're telling me everything. So is this what you're telling me? Is this it? Is because this is what I'm sensing. This is what I'm feeling. This is how I feel about it. And at the time, she wanted me to come because I had moved. My house had flooded. So I had moved back home because I was in a position where I was kind of stuck between a rock and a hard place. I had no home at the time. I did have a job and I had my vehicle, but at the time I had nowhere to stay. And that's like a sidebar, but just to say, I had nowhere to stay but my car, and I worked 16, 17, 18-hour days at that time, and I was preparing to open up a shop. Um, that was that? Oh, that's interesting. That was October, and then November, December, January, February. So 4 months. So I have 4 months till I was opening up my shop, and I needed a place to live. I couldn't be living out my car. I had moves to make, things to shake, and the support system that I thought I had in Atlanta was not there. So I came back here, came back home, and it was it was okay until I came back home. Then we had that conversation, and it was just like, okay, there's something weird. And then a little while later, Facebook got the popping and things got the popping, and it was just her family, everybody that I once was cool with against me because I was questioning a relationship with my ex, somebody that I was with for a certain amount of time, and since 2007, at that time, and somebody that people have known for sure they've seen me with. We've been on double dates. We've been through multiple relationships that you've encountered, whether it's with friends in the friend group or outside of the friend group. So that just took me by surprise, especially when I just previously asked verbatim if that was the moves y'all were making. And it was, lies by omission. And that kind of, that went left. Um, and it just so more so went left because it always felt like somebody had something to prove, something, a one up, and it wasn't necessarily that I wanted to prove something. It was just like, you're not gonna play in my face. Like, I really, like, you don't, like, no, you were there for a lot of the stuff. And granted, I didn't tell you a lot of the things because I knew exactly how this was gonna go. So I kept a lot of stuff close to my chest. I did, on purpose. But because you were there for a lot of it and you've had your own experiences, why? Why pretend that it was something that it wasn't? Why couldn't you be honest? Um, you know? So that just went chaotic for years. For years. And I try to get away from it. It's just I'm in somebody's conversation, somebody's thread, somebody's talking, somebody's stalking my pages. And then I get in a position where I get in a situation, and I feel like I'm going back through the same stuff, but this time, because somebody wanted to make me miserable for years. Well, now I'm actually miserable, so let me go back and make them miserable. Because if they happy right now, well, they ain't gonna be happy because I ain't happy right now. So fuck them and their happiness. And that's what I was on at the time. So, I stirred up and caused some little bit of bull. And then once again, right back in the swing of things. It was such a cycle. And then years after that, and to be honest, like I never cared. I actually honestly truly did wish them well, and it's they probably didn't believe it, don't believe it, whatever. But I really, because I do understand, I don't own anybody. And I truly did love him in my young 16, 17, 18, 19-year old, 20-year old, 21-year old mentality and thought process and life experiences at the time. And I, like anybody that I love, including her, I would want them to be happy, even if it's without me. Just don't use me to be happy. Don't don't play in my face when we could be honest. Don't try to manipulate me when you could just be honest. Um, don't fake being my friend if your whole main goal is to do this or to do that. Don't fake and tell me you love me and you want to be with me and we're working on this family and you want to have another baby and you want to do all this stuff if that's not the path that you want to go. I don't you I'm cool with walking away from people. I am so okay. Yeah, it's gonna hurt. Yeah, I'm gonna cry, and I did that same shit with him. Yeah, but okay, deuces. Like, cool. And I'm gonna show you how much I love you because I'm gonna try to make it work with you, regardless of who it is, family, friend, lover, foe, and that's just me because that's just me. That's just how I'm built. Because once I get to the point where, all right, I know tried to make it work. I tried to do this. I tried. I'm like, I am so good with walking away from people. It brings me peace because I know there's nothing on my end that could have prevented this from coming here because I tried. Um, I know when I'm wrong. I know how to apologize. I know how to chase after people. And yeah. Mm-mm. So, anyways, fast forward, all of that, still dealing with drama from that, getting into at that time, right? Because I'm still like heavy into this drama, and I get pregnant a year later, and this girl, her family, all these folks, random people, just people from the past, people from the future, probably, just in a world that I still don't understand, but in a world what they thought I was searching, stalking, looking at every move like I really cared about. At the time, I was so deep in my hurt, my healing, my trauma, recognizing that shit. I gotta heal this shit. I gotta heal this childhood trauma. I gotta figure out how I'm gonna heal being molested, how I'm gonna heal being raped in college, how I'm gonna heal going through this, how I'm gonna heal um, actually acknowledging that my father killed himself when I was 5, like, and not laughing about it, like it's because it's not funny. Like how do I heal that part of me? How do I deal with this? And at the time, I wasn't focused on anybody from Atlanta. I was focused on where I was in that moment, like, and I was in my moment doing things with people that led me to getting pregnant. And when I realized who I got pregnant by, I was just like, oh my God, I didn't heal. But I knew that. But it was just the realization like, girl, what are you doing? Because now you're not having an abortion. You had one abortion. You had many miscarriages. You're not having an abortion this time. So this time you're gonna have to deal with what you have created. And I was so gun ho to do that. But it just so happened I got a baby mother. And my baby mother just be stressing me. My baby mother was obsessed and he lied a lot. And when I got pregnant and realized I was pregnant, that was like the last time we even did anything. I stopped him in the middle. Was like, hey, you got to get off me. I know I'm pregnant. Absolutely not. Like, God told me to, and literally, I'm telling y'all, this is literally, and this ain't even, I don't even know when I'm gonna hit on what I was supposed to be talking about. But I am showing y'all in real time, not real time, because this is way past energy. I'm talking about stuff from 20 years ago, 15 years ago, 12 years ago. But in real time, disobedience in the outcomes, and obedience in the outcomes. But anyways, so God told me before, he was like, stop, like, leave that boy alone. And I literally said, all right, God, one more time. Because who make the rules? Not you. Surely he do, but I was in Delulu land and I thought I was running shit. And guess what? I ran myself right into a positive pregnancy test. Now, what I will say, that is my greatest blessing, the one that made me a mother. But she also taught me, oh, baby, you gonna heal. And I found out he had a wife that he was lying about. He had some young girl in high school that he was messing with. And yes, her parents knew. Yes, everybody knew the age of the girl. And I was appalled. Like, and I'm not saying it like she was 13, 14. She was 17 years old. She was 17 years old. And we were 24 at the time. And I was just fucked mentally because look at you, girl. You thought you got out of some bull crap, because thank God you, not thank God, because my child know I do regret that every day, and I'm gonna live with that, and I'm gonna answer for that when I get on the other side. But in the aspect of, I see what I had to deal with my daughter's father. There's no way I would have been able, like, I probably would have been in jail or on the news or something, dealing with the dude I would have had that baby by. Like, especially if it still progressed exactly how it was supposed to progress. I know me, and I know there's a lot of things I don't tolerate, and there's a lot of things I will tolerate. There's a lot I let slide, and there's a lot I don't let slide. And there's certain things you can do, and there's a lot that you can't. But yeah, so got pregnant, and from all sides, from his family side, because he lied about how I got pregnant. He lied about his wife and her pregnancy, knowing it wasn't his, and he lied and said she cheated on him, but he married her knowing she was pregnant by somebody else. So that his lie stirred up other lies and conspiracies and opinions from the situation that I chose, because I did, because God told me no. And I was like, yeah. And so his family thinking that I'm lying, child, I don't want to be pregnant by him, child. But I keep track of who I sleep with, and I only sleep with one person for a certain amount of time until I'm done with you. And then I take a hiatus, break it, make sure everything is copacetic regardless of if protection was used or not, because protection don't protect you. I don't know why y'all keep thinking it's gonna save you from everything in the world. Even if you marry, you need to be going to get tested. And I'm not saying your spouse is cheating on you. I'm just saying, be smart, be wise. But anyways, so family thinking I'm a liar, thinking this, thinking that, like, they know he a liar, but they don't even care. Then I got my family, they bullshit. I don't, one ear out the other. Then I got his little mistress, or his girlfriend, the 17-year-old, stalking and texting me, telling me my baby is not a blessing and I need to give her my child so they can raise it as a family. Then I got these people that I ain't talked to in a while, at least a year. I don't know. It might have been some spats in between because there was always something on Facebook. Somebody always had my name in their mouth, and I'm just petty because eventually I'm just gonna say what I'm gonna say, and then I'm gonna post what I want to post and let you think is about you because the shoe always fit. But nonetheless, I had them folks were wishing death on me, my baby, saying I got, if I was pregnant, that I got pregnant on purpose. Because lo and behold, she was pregnant by my ex at the time. Didn't know it until I knew it. Girl, first of all, why? And who in a right mind would be able to plan a pregnancy like that? And then, two, who in a crazy mind is just gonna take the time out to plan a pregnancy to match up with you, girl. I don't want to be in the same energy as you at all, at all, at all, at all, at all. Like there is no, I don't, baby. Before you got pregnant with that first one that you just recently got tested to find out if it was my ex's, I was pregnant multiple times by him. Only had one abortion. If I was supposed to have a baby with him, it was going to happen and trust believe. If I chose to, it would be it. Like, I don't, I don't, I don't, I'm not, I could have got pregnant after you popped up with that supposed baby trying to figure out if it was your husband's or my boyfriend's at the time. I could have got pregnant right after that. But I didn't. In fact, he couldn't touch me for a while. Um, I'm so like, so yeah, folks thought I got pregnant on purpose to compete because they were with my ex and got pregnant by my ex. Bubble bursted. Cause child, if I could have avoided it and listened to God like he told me not to, I wouldn't have been pregnant. But this in here is the risk and reward. I have a beautiful child from not listening, disobedience. But the obedience is, I'm going to teach her the right way to go. I'm going to teach her to listen to God's word and listen and not do the crap that I did by being completely honest with her and telling her, hey, your mama was a gut. Your mama made some bad choices. Your mama did this and did that, thinking this and thinking that. And you don't have to choose that route. You can go the route you want to go. The route you choose, the godly route. Not the world's. Fast forward. All of this to show you this is what I was holding on to and dealing with. Fast forward. Got another relationship later on. Got in a relationship. I hadn't been in a relationship since 2010, 2011. Or 12, I don't know, one of them years, 2011, 12. My daughter's father was just a thing. It was not a relationship. He told the whole world I broke his heart. We were in a relationship. The liar was married and had a 17-year-old girlfriend. Let that sink in. Nonetheless, moving on. So my next relationship, my second real relationship in my life, was amazing in the beginning. And then a year in, it just was like, and this is when, misery loves company. So I was miserable and just want to, hell, I felt like she was still miserable anyway, too. You spent years making my life miserable. Let me just aid in it. But nonetheless, that was fucked up. That was wrong of me. And I shouldn't have did that because that was very childish. But I was still immature back then. I was still growing. I'm still growing. I might still be a little immature in some areas. I don't know until I get that trigger to figure out what that is. But nonetheless, right? I was what the fuck was that? It looked like something fell right out from the top of the ceiling. And it's a what you call a ceiling, so I can't see if something on the ceiling. Oh, let me just not look up no more in case that was a spider or something. Spider bee done fell right in my mouth. Yuck. But anyways, so at the time, yeah, I just had this like feeling and notion, and then the confirmation that I was being cheated on in this relationship, that something was amiss. So that's when I decided to be petty. But and like I said, I shouldn't have did it, but it is what it is. That's the past. That's, that's 9 years ago, 10 years ago at this point. I don't know. 9 years ago. 8 years, 9 years ago. I don't know why I'm trying to find it, but nonetheless, end up finding out that yes, he was cheating with a lot of people. Everybody and their mama, just like my first. Um, and when I mean that literally. I don't know why. Like, nah, these dudes out here sleeping with her cousin and her mama. Like, yeah, they out here doing it like that, or the sister. Cause my ex definitely messed with two twins, both of them within a day apart or the same day. Screwed both of them. Cheated on me with both girls. Crazy. Anyways, I tell you a lot about me in my mentality and my self esteem and where I was at in my childhood traumas and how I viewed myself as a well shit. I was 16, 17. I was what 17 at the time. 17 at the time. But anyways, regardless, I don't care if I was 17 because I knew deep down I knew that it won't all right. It won't okay. Regardless of what I seen in life, I knew deep down it wasn't okay. And I guess that's why eventually I was cool with moving the way I moved and walking away, even though it hurt, even though I really did love that person for whatever reason, attachments, trauma bonds, right? But yeah. Anyways, so that went to kaput, and it was just, you know what? Everything is compiling, and then I lose my job, had a miscarriage. He's cheating on me. um, Childhood traumas, being molested came back up at all of this time. What a great time to show up. What a great time. And then I'm in a place where I feel invincible. Not invincible, invisible. Invisible, where clearly nobody sees me. Nobody hears me. Nobody understands that I am crying out for help right now. I am asking, I am begging somebody see me. Child, they didn't see me. I didn't see me. I was lost. They got lost looking for me. And yeah, that was my last rock bottom. Rock bottom 3. And yeah, that was a tough time for me. And then I got pregnant. So I'm dealing with trying to, forgive the past, forgive myself for the stupid stuff I've done in the past. Worked through childhood traumas, my father killing himself, my brother dying when I was 12, he was 14, being molested, my mother not really wanting to go to therapy or counseling or talk about it, or remembering all the things that I was told that I should have died instead of my brother, that feeling unloved, being left behind, losing babies after babies because I was having miscarriages back to back. Still dealing with people in their weird drama and comparisons and thinking that I really was doing or thinking certain ways or certain instances, and I wasn't. It all compiled and it compiled. And then I got to the point where I was just like, it was a week straight. I was just like, I have a headache every day. Every day I got a headache. I'm just going to lay down. I'm going to take a nap. And one of these days that week, I laid down and took a nap. And I woke up and all of this. And I'm going to post pictures maybe later if I can find them on one of my old phones. This was just like out to here. It was just, everything was so swollen. You can't even see where I had surgery. My doctor talked about it all the fucking time. But everything was so swollen. And I know for a fact, regardless of what they say, it could have came from food, environment, yada, yada, yada. But it came from stress. And it came from that last little straw. And it came from not speaking up and speaking out and speaking honestly about everything, telling all the sides, not just my side, tell their side, tell the full truth, tell the whole story. Because a lot of times, all the time, nobody was telling the full story. Nobody was telling what they was doing. Nobody was telling even the truth about my side. And I just sat there and bit my tongue. And I held it in. And I cried. And I cried. And I cried. Until I got to a point where, why so serious? And that's the point where I lost all emotion. Like, but I'm back to a, even stable ground. But that was all to say, like, you are what you eat. And what you don't release. Because, when you eat, what happens? You either creating energy or you creating waste. A lot of things we are ingesting are creating waste and toxins, and we are not excreting them. We are holding them in, much like I was. What you eat is important. Knowing your blood type, your body type, your gender, the one you were born with, that God assigned you. Your age, not the one you want to be. Not the one you wish you still was, where you currently at. Your ethnicity, not who you identify as. What are you? All of that has a play into you are what you eat. So, yes, we look at these health gurus. I follow many people that sell herbs that tell you to be vegan, alkaline, plant-based, fruit-based, H3O, H2O, H440 in the PO, the place to PO, all of that. It might be healthy and beneficial for them. And to you to a certain degree, but that does not mean that is what you need and what's going to truly benefit you. What is the God option for you? And I say God option because there are a lot of options out there. And just because it don't come from Satan don't mean it come from God. It just may be good. And we got to stop wanting just the good. I want the amazing, great, the divine. I want that. I want when you pull it out and serve it to me on the platter, it's bing. When I eat it, I want to tingle and stuff. I don't know if that came out. This is the same as when it comes to what you're feeding yourself. When it comes to people's opinions and thoughts of you. Now, I ain't saying I believed everything these people said in the past or anything they may be saying now. But I will say some of it did get to me. Because how could you think this about, how could you believe I would do that? How could you think I would be that type of person? I ain't did some shit. But, all right, I might not want to admit to some shit, but I ain't gonna lie about it if asked about it. Nigga did I sleep with your, yeah, I slept with your play friend. I did as payback. I told her because I knew eventually she would tell you because I've seen the text messages of y'all sex talking and pillow talking and sexting and whole bunch of stuff behind my back when me and her were supposed to be friends and me and you was supposed to be together building a life and working on this and that. Yeah, I seen that. And then I went into revenge mode because I was immature. And instead of walking away from you and letting you go, I decided, well, shit, I'm going to play the field too. If this is checkers, I'm going to bring out chess. If this is checkers, I'm going to bring out chess. Nigga, better be on your best. I mean, that's what I did. I don't got no problem saying what I did. Yeah, I did it. And yeah, I used him to do it. And why did I use him? Because he tried to play in my face a long time ago, around the time before me and her became friends. And I just was like, dang, so you telling me just be cool with this nigga possibly screwing somebody in my face? I don't know if that's what they doing, but I'm really assuming that's what they doing. And you telling me don't even worry about it, roll, smoke, nigga. All right. The young, immature me, 17, 18, 19, 18-year-old me, 19-year-old, no, 18. I was about to be 19. Later on that year. Yeah. Petty me said, boom. Revenge is a dish best served cold. Or within the play family. No, I'm not proud of the stupid shit I did back then. I regret the stuff I did. Why? Because fuck them. It compromised me and my integrity. Because why, girl, why would you do that? Revenge wasn't that necessary. You could have did it some type of other way. But no, you did it that way. Why? Because you was feeling a whole bunch of demons and stuff that you didn't speak up on. And, you know, you could have walked away, but you chose not to. I had to forgive myself for the decisions I made. When I chose to stay, when I chose to walk away, the things I chose to do when I stayed, the things I chose to do when I walked away. But if I truly believed what them people actually, that their rhetoric, I'd be still caught bald in the corner somewhere because I know I'm not that person. I know I'm not the devil. I know I'm not so evil. Yeah, I did something that would to you is evil. But my heart was very in a good place, in a loving place, and I loved all of y'all unconditionally, without conditions. I accepted you for the people y'all were, even when y'all didn't know I knew y'all were fucked up, and y'all still played in my face. So yes, to you it was evil. Everything you did to me though was evil too, but to you it wasn't. Having half of my cervix cut out, to me that was evil. To have to go into surgery to have half of my cervix cut out because you gave me an STD. Just to find out I got another STD. But once again, I got to blame me because, girl, why are you still sleeping with this boy who refuses to wrap up his dick and wants to stick it in everybody and spread diseases to the whole world and create babies with everybody? That's on you. So I did have to learn over the years to accept my responsibility in the decisions that I made. But I also got to be honest and got to hold, those other people accountable for the actions they did, because they also did not have to move or maneuver in those ways, right? But nonetheless, if you believe everything these people tell you, and you know for a fact that this is the life you live, this is what you've done, this is what you said, why would you believe what the fuck them people are saying? Why would you believe that teacher who told you you can't do this and you ain't good at that when you know for a fact, right? You know you were born to do that. You know you were put here to do that. You know you started, as soon as you came out of the womb, you was dribbling that ball. You was writing them poems. You was in the cooking, in the chef cooking. I don't know why cooking with your pops. You was cooking with your pops. I don't know. Maybe you was. That's what I heard. You was cooking with your pops. Are you gonna believe what they say about you? Are you gonna fill yourself up with what they say about you? How about what you say about yourself? What you think about yourself? Because let's be real, we don't think the best things of ourselves a lot of the times. I know I didn't. Like I said, this whole video is coming out now because 2 years ago, I felt like I was not qualified to give this message. Who qualified me to say if I was qualified or not? Not God. And that's how you have to look at things. Who qualified them? Did God send them to tell you? Or is that the other? Is that the other God? The other Lord? The other king that they worship and bow down to? Is it his little workers of iniquity, making you believe that? Because trust and believe, there is a spirit, a demon for every single day of the year, every single day of the week, the month. Like, let's be clear. There is a demon for a Monday, a Tuesday, a Wednesday, a Thursday, a Friday, a Saturday, a Sunday. A 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, and 31st day. 31st day. For every single month. And in 365, there is. Do your research if you don't believe me. There's a demon for every single day. Maybe you need to start rebuking your Monday demon. Get back, Monday demon. Ain't no slow devices today. Ain't no this. Ain't no lag. Ain't no this. Ain't no I wish it was still the weekend. Tuesday demon. Wednesday. Thursday. Friday. Friday demon is the one that make you want to turn up. Make you want to go get a drink. Make you want to clock out. Go do this. Go do that. Go be up under somebody. Truth. Not a lie. Which brings me to your holiday demons. These man-made holidays that have you worshiping spirits and gods that are infecting and effecting and affecting your life. Christmas is not the birth of Christ. And this is supposed to be a different video, but let me just say it. Christmas is not the birth of Christ. Easter is not the resurrection. 4th of July, Juneteenth, Valentine's Day, all of these holidays that y'all are celebrating that evoke different spirits and different atmospheres. You are feeding yourself nonsense and calling it God. I'm just saying. What are you watching? You watching me right now. Is this benefiting you? Is this pouring into you? Is this gratifying you? Are you gleaming something from this? Are you gaining some insight, some knowledge, some wisdom? Is this breaking you down? Turn it off. Is this making you feel sad? Turn it off. Is this weighing you down? Turn it off. and do the same thing with any other thing that's in your life. Loving hip hop, is it benefiting you? Is it making you better? Is it? And I say that because I watch this same shit to escape reality. I watch reality TV to escape reality because it's bullshit. Reality TV is made up, it's scripted. Just like everything else, it's all scripted. So I know it's bullshit. I don't internalize bullshit. Now, granted, I do find myself being caught up sometimes. I'm like, Spice is really annoying me because she's not taking accountability for the things she's done. She's throwing rocks and hiding her hands. She go behind people's back, talking stuff, egging people on to do stuff. And then when they come and ask about, she like, Amy is really annoying me because she's lying the whole time. She won't take accountability for what Rashida is, Amara is really getting on my nerves, chasing down behind Alan. I remember when I used to be there. Girl, leave that man alone. You got twins by him. You don't need no more babies by him. You're going to be stuck to this man for life. And just hoping it ain't that long. Because, girl, you is setting yourself up for failure. I do get caught up, right? This is me talking to the TV. I get caught up. And whether these instances are real or not, hey, what are you feeding yourself? Why are you indulging in that? Girl, you ain't had no drama like that in years. Why are you ain't had to worry about nobody wife and new baby mama and nobody trying to fight you in years. Yes. Because how the new baby mama gonna be mad at the old baby mama? Girl, you can't be mad that I came first. I can't help that. That I came before you. I wasn't even a girlfriend. I just had a kid, girl. And it was because I felt obligated. Because I knew God already, me and him and already had a conversation. And he only gave permission to the whole one. And that was it. And once I made my next move, it better have been my best move. So me and him was already here with that, right? How you gonna be mad at me that, yeah, I made a fucked up decision. I slept with the man and got pregnant, but you came 3 years after me. How you? And he won't even in the girl life when you came around. How you gonna be mad because he trying to prove a point to show he a good daddy when the nigga ain't been around in 2 years, going on 3 years, disappeared when she was 4 months because I refused to take a 5-page letter. How you gonna be mad at me because he told you he don't celebrate Valentine's Day? Meanwhile, you found a card to me in his glove compartment with a love letter in there pouring out his heart. That ain't on me. I don't got nothing to do with that. I done moved on, had a new man. And once again, he wasn't my man, but got a man, had a kid. Girl, our kids are born 2 weeks apart. How you mad at me when we pregnant together? I ain't sleeping with that man. I'm sleeping with this man. Real life, right? I ain't been through this. So why are you feeding yourself shit that you either never been through, ain't dealt with in a long time, or don't want to deal with again? You're getting yourself worked up, bothered, like all these people creating all these YouTube videos talking about other people and celebrities and their drama and this person and that person. Meanwhile, trying to figure out why your algorithm keeps showing you bullshit because you keep clicking on it because you done fed into it one time and now it's feeding you. Now your feed is feeding you. I'm just saying, you are what you eat, what you intake. You comparing your life to everybody on social media. Look, for anybody out there who trying to compare their life to mine, bitch, stop. My life ain't perfect. People be dying every other fucking day. Sometimes I know when it's about to happen. I ain't working how long? 4, 5 years, 4 years, 3 years. Shoot, these kids be listening half the time. My son don't ever want to clean up his room. Uh, always got something to re-clean around the house. Always got a load of clothes to do. Always sick, in and out. Stomach, back always messed up. Always bleeding randomly. Like, please have my life. Take it. I gotta go get blood work right now for my thyroid because I don't have one. Take my life. Have it. Take the endometriosis. Take the adenomyosis. Take the hernia. Take it. Because you're so focused on somebody else's life that you don't even understand the blessings that you have. And trust me, I said all of that bullshit to say I am very thankful for the life I live and the life I have, because it could be worse. Some days I can't walk. Some days I can't talk. Some days my voice gone. Some days I got a headache. Some days I can't eat. Some days. But then them other days be swinging on through, and I be like, what they do? Hi, how y'all doing? Welcome back. What's going on? And some days I don't. And some days I still be up here when I'm going through and feeling bad and looking horrible. Because I do have the spirit of push through. And sometimes my spirit says, fall back. It's called discernment. Maybe you should start praying for that instead of praying for what other people have in other people's lives and other people's agendas and other people's schedules. Other people's plates. Why you want somebody else's plates? It might not even fill you up. Meanwhile, you want somebody else's plate and you were supposed to have a fucking platter. Oh, you want that platter now? Cause you didn't eat their plate. It wasn't even for you. Be mindful of what you're feeding. Be mindful of what you're feeding yourself. Stay off the feeds. Stop feeding yourself with news feeds. News feeds, whether it's Facebook, TikTok, Instagram, whatever other social media is, the news. Be mindful of the propaganda that is out there, the fear tactics that make you think this and that way, in that way, in that way. Be mindful of what's making you feel anxious and fearful and angry and sad. You can't, because you don't even know what you're feeding yourself. You don't realize when you watch this makes you feel angry. And when you get angry, you then turn into this or you then do this. And it's not because you're truly angry. It's because underneath all that anger, you're sad. You're afraid. When you watch this makes you want to go and turn up. Whether that is taking some shots, getting high, popping some pills, going to screw somebody, going to fight. You want to turn up. It's feeding a spirit in you. You're going to have to start starving that spirit. I started this out when I was starving. Always starving. You're going to have to starve that spirit. What you're listening to that's feeding your soul, making you feel like you can keep going or make you feel like you can't. The music you're listening to. Always singing about some broken heart and a nigga cheating on you. Why you keep attracting a nigga who breaking your heart and keep cheating on you? Always hollering about bitches ain't shit but hoes and tricks. Meanwhile, you keep attracting a ain't shit bitch that's a hoe and a trick. Because you're constantly feeding yourself with the same shit. And it's becoming, you are what you eat. It's becoming ingrained in your DNA, your mentality, your thought process, your spirit, your soul, your emotions. You walk and talk like that because you believe this way, because you've constantly been fed this thing. They say train up a child in the way to go so when he's older, they'll never depart. Same thing with feeding. Feed a child. What are you feeding your child? Your child, your inner child. And then take it outside of you. What are you feeding your child? Because children eat off of your plate. When they're a baby, you feed them from your plate. As they get older, they still gonna ask for shit off of your plate. My kids do it every fucking day. As they get older, they now eating off of your plates. What you're handing out. What you have laid out. What you put on a platter for them. And when they're the oldest, they definitely eating off your plate. Because they have watched what you have done and shown them over the years. A lot of times why people say, oh, well, my daddy used to do this. Oh, my mama used to. Because we learn better. We copy better than what we ever. I don't know why I still got to go back to whatever you think is healthy, whatever you think you didn't change, switched up, that you've done, you're doing cleaner. It ain't for you. It may be helpful, beneficial to somebody else, but you need to focus on what is healthy and beneficial for you. And if you confuse, ask, and it will be given. Ask. Our people perish. My people perish. My people are destroyed for lack of knowledge. Lack of knowledge is simply because we refuse to ask or go look for it. Research. Act. And when I say ask, I don't mean just like making Facebook posts. Hey, who knows, who got. Research it yourself and go ask God. Go ask the one who can give you the real answer. Who can cross all the T's and dot all your I's. Who got all the P's in the Q's. Let me go do my blood work. I don't know when I'm gonna upload this, but that's it. That's all I got to say. And I know I didn't say so much and said so little. You are what you eat, what you feed yourself, what you're listening to, what you're hearing, and that includes yourself and everyone around you. Solitude. You are what you eat. It said indulge on one of the cards I just picked up. You are what you eat. Be careful about what you're feeding yourself. Feed yourself good things. Feed yourself. Finish line. Find an oracle. Inner child. You are what you eat. Once you know better, you should be doing better. And like I said, this is a video of real time showing you disobedience and obedience. Because I honestly believe a lot of the times when God feels like he can trust you again, he will swing the block. And he will see if you are ready to listen. And I just hope you are ready to listen. I'll be honest. This video was 2 days in the making. And why I say that is because he came back around and put it in my heart that I had to do this video. But guess what tried to happen? Life. Life tried to happen. And I almost gave in. And I almost gave up. As they just falling out. And I almost gave up. And I said, you know what? I ain't gonna end up doing this video again. Because here I go, feeling like this, looking like this, feeling horrible. And God said, just do it. Just do it. Don't brush your hair. At least you brushed your teeth this morning. Don't worry about your hair. Don't go change your clothes. I told you to go ahead and do it. So go ahead and do it. Obedience. Obedience. I don't know if somebody needs to hear that as well. Obedience. If you just listen. If you just listen. If you just listen. If you just listen. Great things will come. If you would just listen, great things will come. God is going to fill your cup so big. God is going to create. So you need to listen. Abundance again. You need to listen, and it's trying to fall sideways. Like it's permanent. It's coming out. You need to listen. Obedience. He's not going to keep waiting for you. It's like I keep grabbing the same cards. Awakened. Them same cards came out again. Study. Be of service. Release and blissed out again. That was just random. Nothing. The role of a lifetime. Nothing important. As far as I was intentionally pulling cards, I just get in my little mode where my hands gotta move. But I gotta go. 1, 2, 3. Something is definitely coming. Help is on the way. Temperance. Mrs. Doubtfire, just do it. Something is coming, or it's counting down. Like, just do it. Don't be afraid. Stop being afraid. Just do it. God is sending help, and whatever help that is, just do it. Just do it. Just do it. Just be obedient. Just listen. Just listen. Just listen. Just be obedient. I promise you. And it's like I've reaped no reward from this. Like, as I don't know, as you listen to this, like right now, well, as I'm recording this, put it that way. nothing drops out the sky and it's like it's a magical gem or something like we on Spiral the Dragon. And it's like, hey, thanks for listening. Finally, here's your treasure. It doesn't work like that. Just listen though. It does work. And I complete faith that whatever God wanted me to, whatever reason, I did this for his purpose, his will. And whoever needs to hear this will hear this. And I hope I covered every single part that he wanted me to cover. And I'm sure I did because I blacked out on parts that I probably wasn't supposed to say. And jumped around to things I don't even like. I don't even go back to listen to my videos to see how cohesive they sound, because when I'm talking, by the time I come out of whatever I said, I'm like, what the did I just say? I don't even remember anything I said, and that's fine. I understand y'all be saying the audio be going out. I don't know why. I've went through this so many times. I've recorded religiously on this, and it doesn't cut out any other time except when I do certain videos and talk about certain things. So if this cut out at any point, I do apologize. Um, but yeah, yeah, it is what it is. See y'all on the next one very soon. Very, very soon.